Top 10 plane crashes of 2025 so far. This year has been a chilling reminder that even in an age of advanced aviation, tragedy can strike in a matter of seconds. From political leaders perishing in fog-covered mountains to cargo planes falling from the sky in remote war zones, 2025 has already seen a series of devastating air crashes that have captured global attention. Each story carries heartbreak, controversy, and unanswered questions. And trust me, number one is going to shock you. So stick till the end. Let's count down the top 10 plane crashes of 2025 so far. But before starting the video, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe to never miss out on any of our video. Number 10. Beverly Regional Airport Crash, Massachusetts, June 2025. A Mooney M20 crashed near Beverly Regional Airport, killing the pilot and injuring one passenger. The plane circled erratically before nosediving into a field. Smoke was seen trailing from the engine moments before the crash. Investigators suspect engine failure during a go-around. Low altitude and limited power likely caused the stall. Surveillance footage captured the final descent, and animations later recreated the sharp pitch and drop. The incident highlighted growing concerns over aging aircraft in general aviation. The FAA launched an investigation into maintenance records shortly after the crash. Number 9. Hudson River Helicopter Crash, New York, April 2025. A Bell 206 liters for sightseeing helicopter broke apart mid-air over the Hudson River, killing all 6 people on board. Witness footage showed the tail rotor detach before the aircraft spiraled into the water. The crash happened during a photo maneuver, and investigators believe structural fatigue in the rotor system was to blame. Rescue divers arrived quickly, but found no survivors. This tragedy reignited debate over aging tour helicopters and led to calls for stricter inspection rules and tour flight safety regulations in urban areas. Number 8. Cessna 208 Caravan Crash, Alaska, February 2025. A Cessna 208B flying from Unalakleet to Nome crashed into Norton Sound shortly after takeoff. All 10 people on board were killed. Search teams located the wreckage using sonar and drones beneath the ice-covered sea. Investigators suspect ice buildup or mechanical failure in the extreme cold. The crash raised alarms about flight safety in Arctic conditions, where radar coverage is limited and emergency response is difficult. Voice data revealed the pilot reported vibrations just before contact was lost. Number 7. Small plane crash in Potomac, New York. A Mitsubishi MU-2 B-40 business aircraft crashed into a remote area in Potomac, New York, in April 2025, killing all 6 people on board. The plane had been en route from Pittsburgh to Boston when it suddenly deviated from its flight path and disappeared from radar. Residents near the crash site reported hearing a loud bang followed by silence. Wreckage was later discovered in a muddy field, partially submerged and charred. The aircraft was reportedly traveling at high speed and low altitude before impact, suggesting a possible systems failure or spatial disorientation. The Mitsubishi MU-2 series has a controversial safety record due to its unique handling characteristics. Expert animations presented at the NTSB press conference showed a steep descent angle consistent with loss of control. Investigators are currently analyzing flight instruments and pilot communication for clues. Number 6. Stinson 108 Crash, Moxville, North Carolina. A tragic and unusual crash occurred in June 2025 when a vintage Stinson 108 aircraft attempted to abort landing after spotting a turtle on the runway. The aircraft veered off, banked hard to avoid the animal, and then lost lift, crashing into nearby trees. 2 of the 3 people on board were killed. The pilot's decision to go around came too late, as the low speed and angle of climb made recovery impossible. Witnesses described the aircraft stalling mid-turn, followed by a vertical drop. Animations released by the FAA highlighted how the vintage design had limited engine response in low-thrust conditions. This crash, while tragic, also sparked debate about wildlife management at smaller airports and the risks of flying vintage aircraft without modern avionics or redundancy systems. Number 5. Private plane crash, Bembridge, Isle of Wight, UK, April 2025. A light aircraft crashed near Bembridge Airfield, but both occupants miraculously survived. Moments after a rough landing, the plane burst into flames, likely from ruptured fuel lines caused by a mechanical fault. Eyewitness footage showed the aircraft bouncing off the runway edge before veering into a grassy field. The pilot and passenger escaped just in time. Though no lives were lost, the dramatic visuals went viral and sparked debate about maintenance oversight and emergency response training for private pilots in the UK. Number 4. Cargo plane shot down. Darfur, Sudan, May 2025. A Boeing 737 cargo plane was shot down near Nala Airport, killing all 21 on board. Operated by IBM Airlines, the aircraft was mistaken for a military threat by Sudanese forces during regional conflict. Satellite and mobile footage captured the mid-air explosion, with wreckage scattered for miles. The plane was reportedly on its proper approach path when hit. This tragedy raised global concerns about civilian aircraft flying over war zones, prompting calls for stricter international airspace controls in active conflict areas. Number 3. Medevac jet crash, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. A Learjet 55 Medevac plane crashed in a residential area of Castor Gardens, Philadelphia, on January 31, 2025. The plane had taken off from Northeast Philadelphia Airport and was en route to Pittsburgh when it experienced a power failure. It slammed into several homes, killing all 6 people on board and 2 people on the ground. Dramatic CCTV footage showed the jet gliding with no visible engine thrust before it clipped rooftops and exploded on impact. NTSB investigators found signs of fuel contamination, and both engines reportedly failed within moments of each other. The crash reignited concerns about emergency response times and urban flight paths that pass over densely populated areas. Number 2. Potomac River mid-air collision, Washington, D.C. In a horrific event that shocked the United States, an Army Black Hawk helicopter collided mid-air with an American Eagle CRJ-700 over the Potomac River on January 29, 2025. All 67 people aboard the 2 aircraft died. The crash happened in restricted airspace during a simultaneous takeoff and training maneuver. Air traffic control transcripts reveal confusion between radar operators and military pilots. Animated simulations from experts showed how both aircraft descended toward each other at intersecting vectors within a 60-second window. Recovery crews spent days retrieving debris from the river, and the incident is now being used as a case study in airspace management failures and military-civilian communication breakdowns. Number 1. Helicopter crash in Iran killing President Raisi. On May 19, 2025, a Bell 212 helicopter carrying Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi, Foreign Minister Amir Abdollahian, and senior officials crashed in the mountainous East Azerbaijan province. The helicopter was returning from a dam inauguration near the Azerbaijan border. All 8 people on board died. Heavy fog and rugged terrain delayed rescue efforts for over 12 hours. Iranian state media first reported the crash, followed by satellite confirmation from Turkish and Russian drones. The incident shocked the world not just for its human toll, but for its geopolitical implications. Animated reconstructions show the helicopter descending abruptly in poor visibility, possibly due to mechanical failure or pilot disorientation. The crash has triggered political uncertainty in Tehran and intensified international scrutiny of Iran's military and leadership protocols. This remains the most impactful aviation disaster of 2025 so far. As this list reveals, 2025 has already been a year of painful reminders that no flight is ever guaranteed safe. From human errors to mechanical failures, extreme weather to political conflict zones, aviation remains vulnerable. What crash on this list surprised you the most? Do you think these tragedies could have been prevented? Leave a comment down below. Let's talk about what lessons can be learned and what must change. And if you found this article informative, don't forget to like it, share it with friends, and follow for more deep dive reports into real stories shaping our world. Stay safe, stay alert, and keep looking up.